Bring some excitement to your backyard. But go axe throw.
This is Third Coast Podcast. Welcome back. I am a host, Jacoby. I feel so weird not wearing fucking sunglasses, dude.
You feel lost?
Yeah, I feel like impenetrable. I mean, vulnerable, not impenetrable. Usually I feel impenetrable, but, you know, I'm here to be penetrated.
And you already know who it is. It's the Gator. What it do, Gators?
What's up, buddy?
And we are joined today with Mr. Jeff Lacomb. What's up, bro?
What's up?
Wouldn't say like a long lost brother, but it's just like a long time brother.
Been knowing y'all for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Like 20 years. Well, I met you whenever I think was like 15 maybe. So it was about 17 years, almost 20 years.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
Golly.
And time flies. It really does.
It's like the worst thing about life is like time is, you know, doesn't succumb for nobody.
Mm-mm.
It's sad, really. But hey,
You gotta live when you can live.
we're still here. You look good, by the way, man. You
I
look,
try,
You look healthy. You know, you look like you're in a good place. So it's good to see you. He said we had a special guest, and I was like, I don't even fucking know. It's probably gonna be anybody who's friends of us. You know, it really kind of depends because most of our friends are kind of
Hey, we all a little bit degenerate sometimes.
Yeah. Glad
Yeah.
you said it, so I didn't have to.
Some of us mature a little more than others, but, you know.
Yeah, but always know your roots, I guess.
Well, we're back home. Well, is this home? Where do you live at now, Jeff?
I stay in Oakdale now. I mean, I'm from Kinder, but I met y'all in Oakdale, so I guess that kind of correlates.
So we got Jeff here today because he has his own business, and we're going to dive into that in just a little bit. We're going to play some little catch-up because I've been trying not to ask him any fucking questions about himself since I haven't seen him for so long. You had spoke about you had lived in Corpus or Galveston?
Corpus, yeah.
Corpus.
We moved to Corpus. Man, I done been back here for a year and a half now.
Hell yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's been a...
Yeah, time's fun when you're having flies. But like, we moved to Corpus, man, and we stayed over there for a little over 4 years. You know, that mark somewhere's around there, and then kind of just started doing our own thing. We opened a restaurant over there. We started this axe throwing trailer over there with a couple buddies, and here I am back home. Still working the oil field, but you know.
Where in the oil field do you work?
I work on land now. I don't go offshore anymore.
Okay, because I'm out there now.
Yeah, no, I haven't lost anything out there.
Yeah, I try to tell myself that. It seems like I keep searching for something that I'll never have.
Once you wear out that first pair of boots, son, you ain't going nowhere.
Fuck, man. Yeah, you ever see that shit on like either Instagram or TikTok where it's like, oh, everybody's flexing with their like $200, $300 pair of shoes, but we go through work boots that cost like $300 maybe once or twice a fucking year.
Oh,
And
easy.
That's a flex right there, man.
I know that's true. I go through boots every 6 months now.
If you can get 6 months out of a pair of boots,
Yeah.
that's a good pair of boots.
I started from the bottom, like, because I didn't know shit about wearing boots because I worked y'all know, I worked making boudin for 10 years and never worked a blue-collar job. So I was like, man, let me just get boots. No, you have to protect your feet. It starts at the feet. You have to, without your feet, you're fucking nothing. You're useless. And I started out, I'm not even going to lie, Walmart exclusives, straight up, man. And those bitches lasted maybe like 2 weeks. And
What are those, Wolverines?
Those like the Brahmas.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking cardboard soles.
God damn, dude. That shit'll eat your fucking feet alive,
Yeah.
man.
And the older you get, the more expensive the boots get because
Yep.
you're looking for comfort.
Yo.
Yeah, I got a pair of Jordan. Is it Jordan or some? Not Jordans.
Justin.
Yeah, Justin's, and they are some of the shittiest boots I've ever bought, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I'll
Yeah.
never own another pair of Justins in my life.
Me neither. They tore apart. It started tearing apart after 4 months.
Yeah, dude, I bought a pair like I don't know. They lasted maybe 3 months, maybe. That's on the. I'm probably stretching it right there, but we it was all, yeah, it's a good deal, man. You know, $235 pair of boots. You can get them for like 125 right now. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. All right, sold. I never had a pair of Justins before, and I'll never own another one.
I've had 2 pairs because I used to like the just like the look of the lace up ropers, the style of the square ropers. I don't know, there's something because my grandfather always wore ropers. Like, I'm gonna get some fucking ropers. Fuck those ropers. And then I bought a pair of fucking Dan Posts. Fuck those boots too. Now I have like a $300 and something pair of fucking Ariats.
Yeah, that's
that
all
are-
I wear.
That are pretty fucking good.
I'm a Twisted X fan.
Hell yeah.
I love their boots.
Hell yeah.
I've had them. They just didn't stay as comfortable as I wanted them to, for the longevity of it, I guess.
What about those? What is it? Thorogood. Those are super expensive.
It's like the lace ups, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
with the white sole.
I hate lace ups. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm too lazy to just lace them up every time I want to put them
Right.
on, I guess. I don't know what it is, but I hate them with a passion.
we're not allowed to have lace ups just because if the ship goes down, we have to be able to kick off our boots to swim.
Yeah, well, company that I work for out there, huge company, not name dropping them at all.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
But they required us to wear lace ups.
Fuck that. That
Yeah, it
makes
was
no fucking
terrible.
sense.
But I
Yeah.
did find some that were like a little ratchet strap.
Oh, the boa.
Yeah, like, and they were Red Wings, but I don't care for Red Wings, but I ratchet them things up.
Them
you know.
bitches are expensive too. You're paying for the name for that, but they do resell those for free or some shit like that. Apparently,
I didn't keep them long enough to know.
yeah. Fuck Red Wing, dude. You're fucking pieces of shit.
So
Accepting sponsors from Red Wing.
Please, that'd be a fucking awesome. Now their fucking motorcycle boots are nice. I'd wear those, but I don't have a bike to ride. So,
anywho, so speaking of entrepreneurships, I've been dabbling in the pickling stuff, and
Shout
I
out
want to
Gator
give a
Farms.
big shout out to myself. I sold, as of right now, like 15 jars over the weekend.
Nice, dude.
Made like almost $100, and then I got a free Sugartown watermelon and a few other things. So keeping the barter system going and making a little bit of dinero. So it was pretty cool. Like a small idea is starting to turn out like, hey, I can make a little bit of spare money on the side with
Dude,
this.
that's all it takes is just an idea. Just
So-
get started.
So where did you get the idea of Axe Trailer? Like,
yeah, we're staring
Where-
at Jeff's
where-
axe trailer right now.
Now,
it's
and
fucking,
we're
it's fucking
massive.
dope as shit. It looks like a small batting cage. Kind of does.
Except awesomer.
Yeah, way more
So
awesome.
man, I got real good friends with a guy in Corpus Christi that owned an axe throwing facility, and I didn't want to go into like direct competition with him. I mean, he was the only one in town, but and Corpus is massive. I mean, there's like 350,000 people there, right?
Yeah.
And I've always looked at competition as a good thing. I never looked at competition as like a well, we can't do that because this guy's already doing it, you know. And so we had one of my middle son's birthday at the axe throwing place, and we had a bunch of people over there that had never done it before, and essentially we just kind of just had the building, I guess, you know. And I taught everybody how to throw axes because I had been doing it, you know, at his spot for a while, and I got pretty decent at it. And one of my friends was like, dude, this is freaking awesome. Like, I can't believe we've never done this before, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy started like shutting down that location, and it just kind of sparked the thing of like, I don't want to open a building, but I want to do this, you know, like, what can we do? And I just started, you know, how I am, I can build, you know, almost anything. So we started looking into how could we do it? First of all, like, is it possible to do it? And then found out that there's a whole freaking world of mobile axe throwing trailers out there. And I was like, I'm not buying that. I could build it.
You built
So,
that?
Yeah. So
Holy shit!
because
dude.
we didn't have I didn't have a good welding machine that was left in Louisiana whenever we moved. We just got one of our, at the time I had my restaurant, and one of my customers had a metalworks place, so we just got him to build up the frame and everything, and literally everything else is all us, you know. We built everything else on it.
Dude, you could patent that.
I don't know how proprietary that would be.
That's a whole fucking. I mean, I'll invest in you. That's fucking legit, dude.
Thank you, man. And so, you know, it just kind of got started from there, dude. But like, we started super small. Like, I mean, when you got, it's hard to get your word out in a place like Oakdale, much less Corpus Christi, Texas, where there's
Right.
a freaking ton of people. And so exposure is just the best, word of mouth, letting people do it. We got started, I guess you could say we kind of got our foot in the door with the right people at the right time. And, it's all about networking, like one person has a bar or this person's a real estate agent that they have like, 20, 30 real estate agents in the brokerage with them. And so our first event was kind of just like an axe throwing competition between real estate people. And
That's pretty smart.
from there, it just kind of started going into people's backyards, going into other bars and breweries and all that stuff. Because Corpus is big on like brewery events and all that. We had a big Oktoberfest that we I feel like it brought in a pretty decent amount of new eyes to it because people came from all over the place. So from that, we started doing, further out into like Aransas Pass and all that area. I mean, we stayed pretty busy for the most part. Excuse me. And it just kind of getting too busy to where it started conflicting with everybody's schedule because I
Right.
still had the restaurant, and then my other two buddies that was doing it with me, they still had full-time jobs and stuff. So our availability wasn't as available as the trailer was.
Right.
And so, and then everything kind of came dwindling down whenever, we ended up deciding that we were moving back home and, shut the restaurant down, did that whole thing. Took about 6 months to kind of get all our affairs in order, just kind of like slowly because our customers didn't want us to leave, but, ended back up over here and the Axe trailer stayed in Corpus. The plan was, they were going to just continue to catch the events that they were able to make with their schedules. And trailer ended up sitting in storage for almost a year. Nobody really had the time. I didn't have the time to go over there and try to catch anything. And then we talked and I was like, I'll just bring it down here, man. I'm working freaking 2 weeks and 2 weeks. So I got at least 2 weeks out of the month to try to do something with it. So went and picked it up and here we are.
How fast can you travel with it down the interstate?
Fast that old goat will take it.
He said that one wall collapses down.
Yeah, so the target wall actually folds down so that it doesn't just create a freaking sail and throw me all over the road.
Oh, so it allows the wind to flow through the trailer.
Yeah, it makes it way easier. And then not to mention, I don't know if you know how smooth Louisiana roads are.
The best, the absolute best in the nation.
With all that weight being at the top, the targets are the heaviest part of all of it. So like all that weight being at the top makes it super top heavy, and it just wants to with every pothole is a sway. So laying it down just makes it just a million times easier to travel with.
That's fucking awesome, dude. On your flyer, I had read that you also host divorce parties.
I mean, that's a thing.
I mean, it's super relative, but how many divorce parties have you hosted with that motherfucker?
Honestly, we've had people talk to us about them.
Okay.
And at the time, we didn't know the legality behind, because 99.9% of the people, I just want to put my ex's face on the target,
Right,
and all that. So we didn't know the legality behind it. So we were like, yeah, we'd rather you
that
not
could be
do
like
that.
defamation of character.
Yeah, just a bunch of. I didn't want to get into it. I just want people to throw axes and have fun, get drunk. But yeah, we haven't done any yet. But you can change that.
So like whenever, so you can do private events, but you had mentioned that you go up to bars and breweries. So when you go up to bars and breweries, is it like pay to play, or is the bar renting out? Are you renting out a spot from the bar to park it?
We're super flexible. I just right now the goal is just because we just started it over here. I'm trying to get it out there.
Okay.
And so it's really to the discretion of the bar. Honestly, I mean we can do whatever kind of like structured thing. I mean, we can do it to where if you want us out there for, let's say 3 hours and I charge the customer to throw,
20% or whatever the fuck.
or if I make the money that it cost us, like, our usual fee, then the bar doesn't pay anything. Or, if let's say it's just a slow night, the bar doesn't bring in any crowd and only make like $100, then the bar just covers the rest of the time that we're there. Whatever, there's been times where you scratch my back, I scratch yours, just try to help each other out, try to help bring a crowd, especially for like new places.
Right.
And, we won't charge them anything. We'll just whatever we make off of the people that want to throw, we just go with that. But it's really, honestly, I don't tell anybody no. I mean, we're gonna figure it out.
And you doing like travel costs too within that as well?
Yeah, it depends on how far. I guess, like I'm trying to keep it to where, like, within Allen Parish really isn't that big.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it within Allen Parish. I don't like create any extra expenses for the customer because I just want everybody to experience one time. If they experience it one time, then they're hooked after that. I mean,
that was my first fucking time. And shit's
Oh,
not,
yeah, it's fun.
Once you get it, you kind of got it. But like fucking Jeff's throwing this shit fucking underhand, sideways from behind and shit, still nailing it. I think I hit twice out of like 20 throws.
And so with the axes, I seen it was a certain type of axe,
Dude.
or is it? Could you get bigger axes?
You can throw whatever. Like, I've seen people throw shovels and stick shovels. I mean, like, it just really, like, those little shovels, like the little military shovels with the spade, like the little combat shovel,
Little trench shovel.
I mean, we've made like zombie bats with like a saw blade in it, throwing that. I mean, we've thrown, I mean, just about anything you can think of at the target. So I just try to keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just use just a regular axe, nothing fancy, something that nobody's gonna chop their freaking arm or leg off with, and teach people to have fun throwing sharp things at shit.
Do you have any horror stories? Has anybody like threw the axe from behind, like went into a car window or something?
Good
No.
deal.
But
Good deal.
I have had one lady, man. This woman, I don't know what it was about her. She couldn't grasp, like, don't let it go up here, but let it go up here. And she threw the axe over the top of the cage and, like, didn't touch anything. She threw it plumb over the top of the cage, and it landed, like, 4 foot from a vehicle. I was like, hey, look, can't do that again. Like, I'll give you another chance. But, like, and, she kept it in the cage a couple throws, and then she threw it over the top of it again. I'm like, look, that's it. You gotta go. I've never seen anybody else do that again, but, yet.
Has there been a time where someone's been too drunk trying to throw axes at any of your events?
I mean, that's kind of expected, but I'm there. I'm on the trailer the entire time. I'm going to keep people safe. I'm not going to let anybody
And
do
they
anything
have to sign a
stupid.
waiver as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and the rules on the side say, like, if you're intoxicated, you can't throw, which that's kind of at the coach's discretion. But for the most part, you can pretty much tell, like, if they can't stand up and hold their
Right.
beer straight, they're not throwing. But, I mean, everybody's pretty receptive to it, like, they understand, like, I guess they respect the fact that they're throwing an axe, and it doesn't make it to where they're getting on the trailer with a foam axe in their hand or anything like that. Once they put that axe in their hand, they're like, all right, this is real, you know?
Yeah.
And so I guess that respect factor just kind of plays in there. But for the most part, as long as people aren't doing stupid shit, like one person throws the axe and the other person hasn't thrown the axe yet, they'll go run to try to get their axe. Like, that's one of the rules is
Right.
like waiting until both throwers throw.
Yeah, I caught myself that while ago because as soon as I threw, I saw, in the back of my head, like, well, shit, Jeff didn't throw. But
Yeah.
this is what he does. So I know that I just probably violated a rule by, like, immediately throwing and then immediately walking towards the
Right.
target. So, like, you know what? I got it. Okay. It's still not as a first timer. It's not an easy thing to grasp, really, because like you said, you don't want to fucking just throw it as hard as you can because you want it to counterbalance itself. Kind of
Yeah.
like the less is more effort. So whenever you said you let go at a certain point, you're gonna let the momentum of the axe take care of itself.
Yeah, the axe is going to do the work. It's just up to you to keep it straight, keep the good form, and don't, like, you just got to throw it within that certain distance.
Right.
And the axe does everything else itself. And the way that I have the targets designed, they're a lot easier to stick. They stay into the wood a lot easier, and they last a lot longer.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. What was because we're hitting like the top end. Now we're not hitting grain. We're hitting like
Yeah, the end grain. Yeah,
the end grain.
And so the whole idea behind that, honestly, as simple as it is, my kids love throwing axes, and the youngest boy, as much it doesn't matter how much fun he was having, Like he counted the ones that he got to stick. It didn't matter if it hit the bullseye. It didn't matter if it hit the bottom of the target. He was just counting how many times he got it to stick. Because at his age, I mean, I think he was like 8 or 9 at the time. Like, shoot, he was younger than that actually. But he didn't care about bullseye or how many points he got or any of that stuff. He was like, I stuck it.
Hell yeah.
So,
and he loves it too because it's kind of destructive, kind of dangerous. You know?
yeah, and yeah, you're doing some manly shit,
right.
You know, but like, I was looking at it, and whenever you're throwing against the face of a board, it makes it. If you sidearm it and the axe hits across the grain, it's not going to stick unless you're like just throwing the shit out of it.
And it'll like splinter a lot too.
Yeah, and it wears the boards out a lot. So, actually, the first targets that I made was like out of 4x6. Just posts, and I mean, it was a ton of blocks in that freaking target, and it took forever to do it. And we tried it that way, and like you literally don't have to put any effort into getting it to stick because it's gonna just naturally grab the thing, and then when you pull it out, it heals up.
Yeah.
So it can take a lot more throws. It's easier to stick for the smaller people, and they last a lot longer. So you're not looking at replacing a board every time you get a party or things like that, because that's a lot of work. It's a ton of work.
How many times have you replaced those?
I haven't replaced those a single time
Really?
yet. And those targets have thousands of throws on them.
I imagine, dude.
Yeah.
But they still look, like they can still fucking take another beating.
Oh yeah, they're good to go for a while.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So how long has the axe throwing business been alive for then? About
It's been a thing for, like, we started it just as Saxet axe throwing in Corpus. Saxet's just Texas spelled backwards. And then when we came over here, Texas just doesn't fit with Louisiana stuff. So I just renamed it Go Axe Throwing. Got to add the EAUX in there. And
It's pretty clever.
It just kind of,
I like it.
I just wanted it to fit the environment kind of thing. But active here, I think February was whenever we first started it here. And probably, dude, I don't even remember when we started it in Corpus, to be honest with you. Like maybe a year before that or so.
no,
Something around there.
Have you heard of anybody else doing mobile axe throwing?
There are a few. Mostly, honestly, I think we're the only one like South Louisiana.
Okay.
They have one in I want to say Pineville. They have a guy that does it. But other than that, I mean, you got to go to other places like
I think there's one in Lake Charles.
yeah, there's that place in Lake Charles. I think they only have like a couple of targets. It's not like it's not like they dedicate like we have axe throwing. They have a bunch of shit. So I mean, it's a
Okay.
cool little family place. But in terms of axe throwing, I think there's one in Ellick, and then, but who goes to Alexandria anymore though? But like
Shout out Alexandria.
I'm about to say we went up to Huckleberry a couple weekends ago, huh, Kobai?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad spot to
Oh, yeah.
allocate business at
Where's
Huckleberry Brewery.
Yeah, we can put you in contact with some people for that. For
yeah,
sure.
that'd be cool. Get y'all to come up there and throw some axes.
Yeah, we got big shout out to Crit and Adrian, everybody in the Alexandria area. We love y'all.
Brewmaster.
I forgot what you remember the name of the brewmaster for Huckleberry?
Jacob.
Jacob?
Yeah.
Big shout out, Jacob. We like your, what's that, 3-card stud?
3-card stud, the Riverboat Raz, the Trail Dog, all of it. It's Sandbar Blonde. It's all fantastic.
So where do you see yourself, do you see yourself expanding from the Oakdale area, the Allen Parish area, and like maybe just taking it to like Evangeline Parish and like reach out to the different areas around here?
Absolutely, dude. I am not limiting myself to just local right here. Like the whole point of it being mobile is just where we can go wherever. And again, like I said, we're super flexible because it's me and my wife. Like that, I don't have anybody run it for me. So if you want it, we're going to make it happen. I mean, I'm pretty firm on the price in terms of like what I need to make it worth my time. And, because cost and all that other stuff, wood isn't cheap these days, but we'll go wherever. It doesn't matter. We had somebody, they were from like, I'm going to say Lafayette just for ease, but, somebody in the Lafayette area was talking about getting us out there. We have people in Lake Charles all the time, entertaining the idea. I mean, it would just be stupid business to not go where the demand's at.
Right. It's very interesting. I'll have to spread the word. I didn't know you was doing this shit, man. I don't have Facebook, so I don't know what the fuck's going on in the world. So I only use Instagram, which you don't have one of those.
Dude, I have an Instagram. I just
No, I'm
don't
talking
ever.
about for this.
Oh no, I know. I just don't get on it. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I just Instagram's just one of the things that like I just never picked up. Like
It's definitely hard on Instagram to get followers and
I don't have a-
likes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I don't have a
is.
big ass and flash it at everybody to be able to get the followers I need.
Yeah, you have a valid point there. Valid point. Well, we can make that happen. We're opening up. This is going to be a community effort. We're going to start Jeff's an OnlyFans, and premium, exclusive, top flight security of the world. Craig.
He's
Yeah,
only
so-
going to show feet pics.
Well, the first pic's free, but then I'm gonna charge you to stop sending you nudes.
That's a good gimmick. Fuck
And-
yeah.
And you already know you are listening to Third Coast Podcast on all major streaming platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Make sure to check out our YouTube. 242 subscribers. We're getting
nice.
close to our number, and with y'all's help, we can achieve to become the best podcast in the state of Louisiana.
We got like over 40,000 views between the shorts and the videos too.
In the last 90 days, we've had 100,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah, ain't no
Nice,
flex,
nice.
but we flexing over here. Like,
We had one hit for 4.6 last night.
yeah, we're fucking flexing, dude.
You gotta flex. Hey, the shorts is what everybody likes. That little 60-second window, they fucking love it.
Nobody has an attention span anymore.
No, 'cause yeah, I was about to say, no one gives a shit about your content unless they can like a couple seconds.
Instant gratification's where it's
Yeah.
at.
Yep. And
Hey, don't waste my time. I won't waste your time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and I've learned that because I make cooking videos and stuff for when we were official back over here, man. My inbox was blowing up with customers that wanted to learn how to make our food because they just couldn't get it anywhere else in South Texas.
Yeah,
period.
what kind of food was it?
It was Cajun food.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to stay true to my
That's
roots.
right, baby. That's right.
But so you can't teach that through a cookbook like you can, but like people that's never made a roux or done all that stuff and they have an attention span of, everybody these days, they're not going to follow a rote out recipe and all that. So I started the entertainment, entertaining the idea of like doing cooking classes and all that, but then like that's super time consuming and just with everything I have going on, I don't have that kind of time. So we started doing just recording, like if I'm gonna cook something that we cooked at the restaurant that people like, we just started recording it, and I learned that I fucking hate editing videos.
Yeah, Joe is the is like the backbone behind Third Coast, man, and he does. I'm very proud of Joe for the amount of work he's done and how far he's come with like the knowledge of the digital age. Because I remember when this motherfucker didn't know a fucking thing, and now he fucking Joe. I'm learning shit from Joe now, dude, and then I'm very impressed by his effort and his knowledge of it now.
I'm gonna thank you after the show for them kind words.
Fucking
I'm gonna give. I'm,
OnlyFans content.
yeah.
hey, I know someone that might hot two on that motherfucker.
Oh, fucking hot. Dude, spit on that thing.
I could not leave that out.
Dude, they have those shirts that says Hawk Tour 2024, and I'm like, you know what? And like, so like that lady, I'm gonna try to just get off the subject real quick, but so the girl, people found her because like
Oh yeah,
that's what TikTok
Yeah.
does. They find
you
people.
can't be hid no more.
Fuck no. And so she's not trying to blow up about it and stuff like that. She's not trying to.
She lost her job and stuff for that. Like she worked at a school.
I don't
think,
know,
and
dude.
then-
I think that was satire. I think like it was the way that it was wrote was
supposedly.
just
I don't know. It
Too
seemed
fucking
super,
funny.
It seemed too genuine. 'Cause she was like,
It's
hey,
too fucking-
spit on that thing. I'm like, get it, girl. Fucking.
She
But what if? 'cause,
she a
like,
preacher's daughter too.
Yeah, I'm a father, right, to a beautiful baby girl. I don't want my daughter being a hot tour. You know what I'm saying?
hell no. I got two. I got two daughters, and there is no way I'm rocking the Hawk 2024 shirt. I promise you.
Like her dad came out with like an apology quote, like message for the church and stuff like that because he's a pastor. I'm
my
like,
God.
aw.
But hey, it's
Hey, I tell you one thing. There's one lucky man out there that got to experience that in person,
get that fucking-
and we got he know when he's seen that.
Oh,
He's the one and only that's like, yeah, girl, I remember that.
She's
night.
pretty too. Like I ain't gonna lie, she's pretty.
I wonder how many people have got hot tube on now. It's got to be high. It's got to be massive numbers.
Good old days. Of
All
the
I
hot-
can picture is just some big country chick just going,
like a little bit of Copenhagen running out the side of her
get
mouth.
away from me.
What's the burn? Oh, it ain't chlamydia, it's the nicotine.
Yeah, that's that wintergreen.
That's that red man.
Oh,
Beach nut.
The peppermint fatty.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, what was it? Rolling brown out. Like,
oh no! Why you gotta bring that up?
My
We're
bad,
definitely
my
in a
And cut.
sector.
my bad.
That's why we got that nice explicit tag we can put on shit, so it'd be all right.
We have toned it down a lot
Oh,
over
yeah.
the years. It used to be really bad, but
a lot of butthole stuff. Jokes.
we don't really talk about the butthole that much. And you know what? That's probably for the best. So,
Probably,
yeah. Hashtag, let me see your butthole.
Speaking of buttholes, when we did the interviews at Huckleberry, Vermilion Whiskey was talking about bougie bologna, and they talked about how it was on the radio station. I heard that commercial going to shout out to Lee Cat to sell her some my product.
Yeah.
But I heard that commercial, and it's like certified butthole free bologna.
Yeah,
only made with premium pork meats, and I was like, God, yes, it is.
Where's he out of? Is he out of? Is it like the Broussard area or Youngsville or something?
They're out of Lafayette.
Yeah.
But I guess they sell this bougie bologna. It's called bougie bologna,
Yeah,
but
shout
it's
out
like
bougie bologna.
it's supposed to be like top notch bologna or whatever. And it's like got people in the commercial like, this is the best bologna I've ever ate in my life and stuff. It's just one of those, like when you hear someone tell you something like that, you're like, okay, you believe it to see it type shit. And then I actually heard that shit. I'm like, that's what's up.
No, I fuck with it, man. Actually, I came across him a couple weeks ago, and I follow him on TikTok and Instagram. And all the videos that it shows of him like going into these supermarkets, it might be like Champagne's or fucking Rouse's or something down there, in like Lafayette area, Crowley, Karen Crow maybe or whatever. And it'll be like it'll show some of his product, but it'll show a lot of it fucking just gone. Like off the fucking shelf, you know. Granted, he could have just grabbed it and put it, and like took the video, like look at this shit. But no, I support Louisiana certified Cajun businesses because that's like part of the backbone of the boot, and we got the best groceries in the fucking nation.
Yeet.
So.
Gotta keep it certified.
And that's just like one new thing that we can fucking add to
I got the stamp.
Oh, hey!
Oh, shit.
That's a good fucking tattoo,
Let me
man.
see that again.
That's a badass fucking tattoo,
Certified.
man. Well, I'm not Cajun, so I can't fucking. I would get it. I got a Louisiana tattooed on me, but that's a badass tattoo. But speaking of Joe and all of our friends, Lee Cat and people like Bougie Bologna, support your local vendors and your local markets, whether it's canned goods to smoked meats, specialty meats to fucking the guy fucking building picnic tables and shit, you know?
Yeah, because there's that's what's great about Louisiana is because there's entrepreneurs, artists. There's even being an entrepreneur is an art within itself
Definitely,
too.
yeah.
And it's great that you took the time to want to be a part of our little art thing that we have with the podcast, and hopefully this gets out. People see this and want to throw some axes.
Yeah, because we've got a lot of recognition just about like supporting like local businesses and like just local bands and shit like that. And this is just adding to it. Someone with their own business doing something different.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like very different.
Stepping outside the norm, out the proverbial box, and it's real cool.
Yeah. You get tired of working 40 hours a week, so, you work 24 hours a day when you're on your own business. So, it's not for everybody, but
No.
the ones that do step out there and they try to get their own thing going, I always try to support it because, man, it takes a lot of courage to just get out there and fail. And that's what it's about. Like, if you're scared to fail, oh well, get over it.
Yeah.
Fail faster so you can learn how to do it better the next time, or learn your thing. I mean, you can ask anybody, Mark Cuban, any big guy. Like, they didn't just get rich off of that first venture. Like it takes years of just constant diligence and just making it happen.
And
Except selling dope. Don't sell dope.
Yeah, but market and
What?
demand.
Yeah, you just said support local businesses.
That's right. Hey, everybody's got needs, you know what I'm saying? But don't do it. It ain't worth it.
Yeah, jail ain't fun.
Don't want to find out.
Yeah, fuck no. But yeah, doing something like a business like this, like Joe said, out of the norm is it's like a niche idea because you from the restaurant industry as well, and that's like the success rate of that is really not that high. You know, a lot of any food service, you know, that's one of like the first thing goes down because it's so hard to keep up and keep going just because of all the elements involved in shit, you know.
The food industry is insane. Like
Yeah.
it's, I mean, people think, you know, you own a restaurant, you make all this money. Bullshit. You get a lot of tax write-offs. That's about it.
But
Because
fucking inventory is
Holy
expensive,
crap,
dude.
dude.
Insurance is fucking expensive, dude.
I learned a lot owning a restaurant. I learned a lot of what to
That you
not
hate
ever
people? You hate
ever do
people?
again.
Is that one
I
of
still
them?
love people, man. Like I've never still to this day met a stranger. I love talking to people. You know,
What about you can't please everybody?
I wasn't there to please everybody.
Damn
There
right.
to make money.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
no,
man.
I mean, you know, that's we've had nothing but, you know, positive feedback for like I'm gonna say like 98% of the feedback that we got was nothing but incredible. You know, we're super blessed to have the customers that
That's
we
good.
had.
That's good.
But like, you know, there's always those people that could do it better. You know, and I laugh at those people, or I laugh with them at least. I try to, just because. We had one guy came in and it was on me. It was on me 100% on me. I cooked some oxtails and a gravy.
Ooh, boy.
And when he like it was like right at that line of like it's not done but it's done kind of thing. And I was hooking him up because it was like the first customer, just like we just opened. And so I threw down like the biggest piece of oxtail from the pot, like, you know, like just a heaping plate of this stuff because I knew it was good. The one that I ate wasn't as big of a piece, so his was a little tough, and that's where I messed up at. I should have left it in the pot, let it kind of get a little bit more tender. But instead of the dude saying, you know, like, hey, I had a tough piece of oxtail, like he came in there, and we were done for the day. Like we sold out. We were cleaning up. We were doing our, you know, normal close down routine, and we were connected to a gas station, right? And so he comes in and like he just saw us in the back, you know, like washing dishes and just doing our thing. And he said, "Hey, are you the cook?" I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" He said, "Hey, come out here. Let me tell you how much your food sucks." I was like, I thought I thought it was one of those, you know, like he was talking shit. I talk shit.
Right.
And I was going to come out there and he'd be like, "Hey, man, I had a plate. You know, it was good, blah, blah, blah." It was not like that. This dude just like started jumping down my shit. Like, "Hey, food sucked, like for real." I'm like, "Oh, like, oh, you really did have a bad experience
Well,
like
look,
this."
come back tomorrow and buy another one.
Well, no, I told him, I'm like, "Dude, I apologize, man." You know, and I knew exactly what plate it was. Like,
Yeah.
just because I knew that biggest slab of oxtail it had to be the culprit, you know? And like, I felt like crap. And I was just trying to be professional, trying to be nice. And then he found out that, you know, it wasn't Burger King. Like, he wasn't having it his way. So, like, as soon as he started, like, pushing too much, he was talking about, "I went to culinary school. I'll come show you how to cook, blah, 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 blah," all this. I mean, just demeaning. There was no solution that was going to work for this guy. And I just kind of, you know, started bucking back and told him, basically just get the fuck out. You know, I was trying to hook him up with a free plate of whatever it is. Like, I was going to hook him up, make him have a good experience, because that's all I cared about was just people having a good experience, eating good food. And there was just no pleasing the guy. I couldn't talk to him. Like, he would just, anytime you said anything, like, he was
Right.
just talking over you kind of person. And he ended up like going over to the gas station side and pissed off the the cashier at the gas station too. And he was just like, "Dude, just get the fuck out." And like, he was like, "Oh, you're not gonna let me get gas?" And he's like, "No, dude, you're being a dick. Like, just go." And he just kind of stormed out, left some bullshit review about how like I, you know,
Oh, he's
cussed
a
him
Yelp.
out.
He's a Yelp writer. Oh,
Yeah,
his feelings were hurt.
and it didn't matter to me because like I knew the
You hurt
truth.
his
Like
feelings, Jeff.
I don't care.
You hurt that man's feelings.
What's that? And so the only other bad review that I got, like other than his, and I tried to rectify something, you know, like I tried to make it right. And then we got on, you know, like the third party delivery services and everything, right? And we got some customers from that, which was great. It was fantastic. I mean, it was tremendous exposure. But then this one lady, did y'all know, y'all might know, I might just be stupid, but did y'all know that they make chicken in a can?
Yes.
I had no fucking
They
idea.
have whole chicken
Yeah.
in a can.
I had no idea.
Like with the bone.
So that was new to me
Like
because
a Cornish hen in a can.
I don't do that. I don't. You'll never find canned chicken in my cabinet, right? Well, I made some gumbo, and just out of ease, I started making my gumbo without, like if I cook gumbo at home, it's got the bone in it.
The
It's got
stock
the,
and
it's
yeah.
different. But I started using boneless, skinless chicken breast in the gumbo. Well, she ordered a bowl of gumbo through one of the third-party delivery apps, and she left a review saying that the chicken was like canned chicken and like all this stuff. And I looked at my wife. I was like, "There's a canned chicken? What the fuck does that taste like?"
Have you ever seen that? Shit is nasty
Actually,
as hell.
hold on.
Now I have.
I've had some canned chicken that wasn't bad. Now, granted, it's, I grew up on like potted meat and shit like that and
Yeah,
sardines, so I gotta
comparatively.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But like, dude, I never in my life knew that was a thing. Like, it blew my mind. I was like, "What the fuck is a canned
Dude,
chicken?"
they have canned cheeseburgers.
But so I always used chicken thighs, and then like I started using the chicken breast because it was just like everybody. I listened to my customers' feedback, and
Did it like the shredded upness?
it
inside?
started towards the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we didn't have much gumbo left. Anytime we made gumbo, we sold out by like 1-2 o'clock. It was stupid, but like it just kind of like started shredding up in the thing. So like what was left wasn't like the big good chunks, and so like I just kind of overdid it just because I want everybody to get the value that the other people had. And so like I just kind of overdid it with the meat. I fixed her a pretty healthy plate because we were at the end of it,
Right.
And then she left that review, and it's so funny because one of the other things that she critiqued was the potato salad. They're used to that Texas potato salad that's got, like the big chunks of potatoes and like the
and
onions.
yours is like smooth.
Mine's like a freaking South Louisiana, like legit like warm potato salad.
That's right.
And
yeah.
she was just like couldn't grasp that it was.
Yours is ours. Well, the kind I make is more on the like mustardy side,
Yeah.
but Texas is more on the
Yeah.
mayonnaise side.
Yeah. And so she didn't like that, and which is fine. Like different strokes for different folks, but like at the end of the day, I had 2 bad reviews out of the thousands of good ones. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like it ended up being just one of those learning experiences. You're not going to please everybody. I've had people come in there trying to get us to cater for like 40 people and only spend like $200. And I'm like, dude,
I
you
will
can't
say
do
that like all those years of working at Jules, and whenever someone had a complaint, they're in the that's like the golden rule is like you can't. You're gonna be your own worst critic. You
Yeah.
can't please everybody, and food is like the single most serious taken thing across the board between any nationality. Bad food is like bad blood. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like if you make a bad meal, that shit'll fucking haunt you, and you won't be trusted. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
But in the same breath, though, those same people that make the bad review about the local mom and pop, they go sit in line at McDonald's,
Right.
and let them screw their food up
Right.
15 times, and they still go
Yeah.
back.
But like whenever like something would happen, and I'm like, well, hey, and then my boss would come to me and like, hey, what happened with this? I'm like, the same thing that happened yesterday, and the same thing that happened the day before. It's the same recipe because I've been here for 10 years. Because I took pride in my product. Like
Yeah.
if those who don't know, I made boudin and sausage for fucking 10 years, and one of my favorite things on earth was people telling me how I don't give a fuck what I cook. I want people. I'll eat last just to see everybody eat to make sure like it's fucking good.
Yeah, that's that love language, dude.
Yeah,
That's food is my love language.
I will
love
go
to cook.
without. I'll cook enough for everybody else, and I don't even have to eat. I just want to. That's my way of like showing love to in my food and appreciation for others. Cooking is a big staple. Especially here in Louisiana.
I'm gonna still eat, bro.
Well, if I eat, I don't drink, and I like to drink a lot. So, but yeah, whenever like someone would try to tell me something's like wrong with this, you can't let that get to you because it's just like that's the 1% thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know, and that was one of the things, like listening to the customers, right? You have to listen to what the customers want. Or you're just not gonna have customers anymore.
Right,
But
right.
on the same breath, like you still got to stay true to what you're doing because you know you can't like being in South Texas. I had customers come in all the time, you know, because one of the things that they didn't understand being over there, which is like a kind of a common thing here, is you got bomb ass food in gas stations, right?
Goddamn right.
Like Louisiana is known for like some of the best food
The
out
mom
of gas
and
stations.
pop shit down the street, backwood, you
Yeah.
know, in the hood.
Well, so
you
like,
know,
South Texas is not like that. You know, like you over here, you can buy liquor and everything else out of a gas station. You can't do that over there. You got to go to a liquor store.
Yeah,
and all
right,
that,
right.
Well, that was just another thing that they just weren't used to. And I had one guy, he was from like Mamu, and he comes in, and he was like, freaking gas station restaurant. I love it. It doesn't get more to Louisiana than that.
Hell yeah, man.
You know, and you know, like I wish more people understood that, but like we had a lot of customers that would funnel in from the gas station side of things, and most of them were, you know, Hispanic asking in Spanish, like if we sold tacos or, you know, anything like that. And I'm like, nah, man.
Dude,
So like
rice and gravy, cuz.
so one of the things that we heard a lot was, you know, boudin. People wanted boudin. Like everybody knows what boudin is. And so I looked into getting it shipped over there just because I've never made boudin a day in my life.
You should have called me, dude. I would have got you. I would have fucking put you on,
I didn't
bro.
even know you made boudin. So like that's the thing. So like that's the thing. Is like trying to get it to where you can fulfill that need,
Yeah.
but you still like it's still effort. You might not be making the product, you still got to ship it, and you still got to do all this stuff. So like because of the price to get it shipped all the way over there, it wasn't. I would have literally just been paying for
Yeah,
it, and like
yeah.
you know using my own oil to fry the boudin balls or to do, you know, whatever the case may be. And so my wife was just like, why don't you just make it? And I'm like, I've never made boudin. Like I know what goes in it. I know how to make
There's
it.
like
Essentially,
there's so many different ways to make boudin too,
and
man.
dude, I didn't watch any videos or any of that stuff. Like I talked to my grandma, I think it was, and I was
Damn
like,
right.
because she used to work at Roy's in Iowa, and she was like, yeah, it's easy. Just do this. Do this. I was like, okay.
Did you put
So-
liver in it?
Fuck yeah, it's not
Fuck
boudin.
yeah.
It's not boudin if there's no liver in
Hell
it.
yeah, dude.
But I started just kind of playing around in the kitchen of the house, and my son, like he's 13 now, but he's like my foodie. He'll tell you about yourself real quick. And so like,
Hell yeah, Bubba.
I always knew he was gonna give us like the real feedback, not that, you know, I love you so it's good kind of bullshit.
Right.
And so the first batch that I made, fixed it, and he's like, he took a bite of it and he was like, it's close. And it like, I tasted it before I gave it to him just to make sure, because like I was like, well,
The fuck you mean it's close?
I was like, well,
Like
it's,
how close, motherfucker?
smells like boudin. It smells like it. It's gonna fucking taste like it. Well, you know, I tasted a little bit of it and I was like, it's close. You're right. Fuck. So like back to the drawing board, you know, and I did it like a couple of different times before I actually got like my recipe.
Yeah.
Because I never copied anybody's. I wanted to be able to say like it's my boudin recipe,
Like
right?
you found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, after I got down to the point of like, all right, this is fucking good, and gave him one, and he was like, this is the same stuff? I was like, it's same but different. Yeah, try it. And he was like, just kept eating it, and he was like, this is good. This is some of the best boudin I've had. I'm like, well, you're also, you know, 10. So, you know.
Yeah, how
It
far
might-
does your boudin knowledge go? I know
Yeah.
how far your
Yeah.
boudin knowledge goes.
But then I started thinking, I was like, man, you know, like he's had the good boudin, like Rabbitohs, and, you know, just, we're from South Louisiana. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's had good boudin. And I was like, all right, well, now that I got his approval, we're going to go give it to, you know, a bunch of other random ass people from Louisiana, or people would always compare everything to like Billy's boudin and all that stuff because
Yeah.
like the best stop,
Best
you know,
Stop,
yeah.
Billy's, yeah.
And so like,
Legendary shit.
Don's.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was pretty awesome because we had a customer that had been living in Corpus for several years that's from like, he lived like down the road from the best stop. And he would always tell me like, man, as soon as you get some good boudin over here, you know, you're going to have a regular customer out of me. And when he came through the door, I was like, I got something for you to try, bro.
Fuck yeah.
And so,
It's a hit though, right?
oh man,
Yeah.
dude, this guy, when he ate it, I told him, I was like, look, I want your honest opinion. I said, if this is trash, I want your opinion on it because you know what good boudin is, right? And so he ate it, And he was like, yeah, man, let me just go ahead and get 14 of them.
God damn.
I was like, what do you mean 14? He's like, man, that's good.
Like, dude, you're gonna be shitting everywhere, bro.
I was like, you fucking with me or you really want 14? He's like, no, I want 14. He's like, because I'm bringing it. He's like, we got a lot of family from over there that lives here. So
Yeah.
he's like, I'm bringing it to him. I was like,
So
he's like,
were you
good.
doing boudin balls or boudin links?
Dude, I couldn't keep the mix in the freaking container enough to make links. Like, I mean, they sold, like, I sold like freaking every batch that I made about, because I wanted everything to be fresh. That was kind of like my thing, is I wanted everything to be fresh. I didn't want frozen food, and all that. It just kind of diminishes the quality.
Did you put MSG in it?
No.
No.
And so the thing is it's a very time consuming process when you do it right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's shortcuts to take, obviously, but like, dude, I would get to the restaurant at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning to start making boudin. Plus we still had to cook like our other regular stuff, and they would be piling in the door because we opened at 11. They would be piling in the door at 11 o'clock. Like, hey, I heard you had fresh boudin today, like, and 150. It depended on the size of the batch that I made, but typically the batch was like 150 boudin balls worth, and we would sell that like in the day. And it was kind of stupid because I never thought it was going to be a hit like that because I never made boudin a day in my life. Never watched anybody make it. I just kind of did my own thing, and it got to the point where like I just had to either make boudin every day, or like every evening before we left, or every morning before we opened.
Yeah.
And it was like super gratifying feeling whenever it's your thing,
So were you in business with some other people with that restaurant? You said, right?
No, just me and my wife.
It's just you and your wife.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we did everything. So that's one of the things that I learned extremely quick is, just in any business that you decide to start, if you can't delegate and like rely on other people to do things for you, you're only going to be able to go so far, because cooking, super time consuming. Washing dishes, it's not as time consuming, but it's still time. By the end of the day, you're spread so thin just having to do everything yourself that your business is running you and you're not able to run your business.
Yeah.
And being over here, I could teach, like, y'all already know how to make gumbo and stuff, so I can show you my recipe and I can have you cooking my gumbo in a day.
You should see if you're open schedule and join the gumbo cook-off with us on Team Third Coast.
I want to do that. I think y'all know the date, right?
Yeah.
I know my schedule for work. So
Yeah,
I
we'll
should
talk
be
about
able
it
to-
afterwards because we could perhaps get you on our team, and then
You can't cheat.
fuck you.
We need some help. We need professional
I
gumbo help.
I haven't been here since they started doing the gumbo cook-off.
Yeah, every time there's like any kind of cook-off event that happens, because my cousin, they're like big ambassadors for oh my god, he's gonna kill me. I can't remember the damn name of it. It's like something about like breast cancer awareness. They're like huge ambassadors for it. They put on big events like in Sulphur and Carlos area.
Oh yeah, you're a piece of shit for not knowing that.
It's like I am.
Put you on the
Anyways,
spot.
but
Shout
yeah,
out.
put me on the spot as soon as we turn it off. I'm gonna remember. But they always have like they're actually having a fin, fur, and feather cook-off event coming up soon, and I'm gonna be working every
Hell
time
yeah.
there's any kind of cooking event. I'm never around for it. Can't ever do it. So
I work 28, so I know.
fuck that noise.
Hey, I like it. I like the whole month off, man. It gives me time to do shit, but I have missed like 6 weddings.
Dude, I work 14 and 14, and it's still fuck that.
Yeah, yeah. It's some boats do 14, some boats do 3 and 3, some boats do 3 and 2, but it just so happens my boat whenever the boat was in Europe, they do 35. Yeah, that's fucking tough, dude.
That's rough.
That's
yeah.
fucking tough.
Well, whenever I worked offshore, I was on 24-hour call, so I mean, we were always offshore. Dude, I spent like 2.5 months offshore.
Yeah, you were a slut for the
Yeah,
fucking.
I was just a whore everywhere we could go. Like, didn't even have time to put my bags down.
Oh,
and-
you want a life? Nah, here's some money.
Oh, dude, there was times like we would drive all the way from like Venice, Louisiana, like
Fuck,
drive
that's the end of the fucking world,
end
dude.
of the world. We would drive all the way home, walk in the house, put your bags down, kick your dog, and the phone rings. Like, oh my god, dude! Please tell me you're just telling me you love me. You're not telling me you have another job. No, I don't love you. Got a job. shit.
Where did y'all? You flew out?
Yeah, just depending on where we had to go.
Y'all flew out of Homa?
Dude,
Everywhere?
every
Lafayette?
I think every heliport in
No
like
shit.
on the coast of Louisiana I've flown out of. Plus all the way to Galveston, Aransas Pass, and all that. I mean, we were always taking boats and
We just
helicopters.
we just went to we did a job this time last year out of Aransas Pass, and that was a fucking 7-hour boat ride because the boat was off of fucking the coast of South Padre Island, and the closest port we could go to was fucking Aransas.
Port A. Yeah.
Fuck that shit, and the shittiest fucking crew boats you can imagine, dude.
See, I never. The longest boat ride that I think I've ever gone on, like on a crew boat, was like 16 or 18 hours of
That's
like,
fucking garbage,
of
dude.
like bullshit weather. It
Fuck
sucked.
that.
But then
Fuck that.
I was on a lift boat, so I actually loved
That's what I work on is lift boats.
yeah. So we did a lot of work on lift boats just because we were always trying to work on little small platforms that couldn't hold our equipment. So we would we had this one job that was out of Mobile Bay. I'll never forget this job because it was the easiest thing I've ever done. We had to go check a what was it, a plug valve? I mean
The P&A, plug and
no,
abandon.
Damn it! It was a check valve in the just in the top of the well basically, and we put all of our equipment on the boat, on the lift boat, 24-hour run out to Mobile Bay, jacked up the lift boat, let it preload and all that, jacked up. The valve hand went and checked the plug to make sure it was holding, no pressure, everything was good. We rigged down. 32 hours back to the beach. I never got out of my pajamas.
Fuck yeah.
It was amazing.
Fuck yeah. See, those guys out of Frugo that do the underwater survey to put the pads down and shit, they're based out of Lafayette. And their schedule's fucked up. But fuck, they get a lot of fucking ass time, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They get a lot of fucking ass time.
Yeah, even when they work, they're not really working.
Well, see, like they get I think it's like 5 days off where they're not on call. But they're on 25 days on call. But when they're on a job, they could be stuck out there on that job anywhere from like a week to fucking like 3 months. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, when I left the oil field, I swear I was like, that was it for me. Whoop, done. I got into sales. That's how I ended up in Corpus. And I've been out the oil field for like 7 years, something like that. And then got on land, like once we moved back over here. And it was like, dude, is land work really this easy? Like this is not the oil field that I used to work in. Like this is insane. Like there's no way that this is it.
I'm a crane operator, so my shit's pretty easy, dude.
You're not built for a crane operator
Well,
yet. You got to get fatter.
Nah,
fucker.
dude, I can sit the fuck down, dude.
Yeah, you got to
The
gain
worst
like
part
20
of my
pounds.
day is whenever the AC stops working.
Oh, that poor baby.
No.
I fucking love it, dude.
Damn crane
I
operators.
fucking love it, man. Yeah, I work for Secor.
Oh,
Marine.
okay, yeah. I've been on a ton of those.
Well, I'm on the Jill, the biggest one they got in the Gulf, man. So I'm on that one.
The biggest lift boat I've ever been on was the Mammoth Elevator. Have you ever seen that boat?
With the lattice legs.
This thing was massive.
Who owns that?
Oh crap! I forgot the name of the company. It's like red, yellow and black logo. If you say the name of it, I'll remember. But anyway, like whenever the
How many years ago was this? Dude, you are old as fuck.
Yeah, fuck, dude. That was
I think we're
So
all in
actually,
that realm.
it was whenever the Deepwater Horizon spill.
okay.
I was actually on the Mammoth Elevator out of like for Devon Energy.
What's the name of the boat?
The Mammoth Elevator.
Mammoth Elevator.
You know, everybody's got like letter acronyms for their names. I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, that was it. So all the living quarters are underneath the boat. Like it's just a giant work deck, like on the top. The only thing sticking out is the wheelhouse, and then all the living quarters, bathrooms, everything is underneath the deck of the boat. And so
Good God.
yeah, thing's massive, right? It's got like a
Jesus.
550-ton crane on a lift boat.
Well, we have a 500 ton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's big then. But
We have 4 cranes. This is
The technicalities in here.
fuck you.
Not one, not two, not
This
three.
one says
but
Baltic.
suck a dick with your butt.
Yeah, dude, this boat looks fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, that thing's huge, man. So picture how big this thing is. We had coil tubing, E-line, and slick line all rigged up on that boat.
So Joe's seen pictures of my boat. My boat's.
That thing is big.
We have like the living quarters above, the house.
Yeah,
know,
like
so,
it's the wheelhouse above all the living
and
quarters.
then we have
right?
a full fucking deck. And
Well,
shit,
this
yeah.
one, all the living quarters was underneath the deck of the boat. So
Fuck that.
And the way that we were working,
Fuck that.
I think I was working. I can't remember if I was working days or night, whatever. We rotated days and nights, and I was down underneath the deck of the boat sleeping whenever the Deepwater Horizon accident happened, and I didn't have service because I was underneath a freaking steel plate deck, like didn't have, out in the middle of the water, didn't have any service. So like we didn't even, like nobody even knew what was going on. Like you could see the flare of the fire like at night on the water, but like you see that everywhere is because they always flare off, flare booms and stuff. So like we never thought anything of it until we started seeing the Coast Guard choppers and all the freaking it was just hectic, right? And when I came up from downstairs, my phone like blew up. I thought it was just gonna blow up literally because it was just notification after notification. Like everybody knew I was out of that port, out of that area. I was working offshore in that spot, and so like on the news they just said that area.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh god, yeah, no. I had to make like a million phone calls, let everybody know I'm good. Yeah, it was wild. Just like seeing that firsthand. Like I wasn't there like on top of it. It was deep water, but like just seeing the chaotic mess that it created was wild.
Is that one of the like better things about working on land than versus working in water for stuff like that?
The ocean is dangerous as fuck.
We talked about that on the last episode about like
the
shit
ocean
going
is
down and
fucking
swimming.
dangerous,
and shit.
bro.
The
There's
best-
nothing more dangerous than the weather out there. Okay.
Yeah, I've rode out tropical storms and
Yeah,
like just
fuck that.
bullshit offshore.
Fuck that.
But like the best thing about working on land is like whenever you knock off of work, like you're off work. Like you can disconnect. You don't have to worry about, hearing horns and alarms going off or just,
'Cause you're not staying on site.
Yeah, like we're going back to the hotel or the man camp or whatever it is that they're keeping us in, and like I'm done. I'm popping open a beer. I'm eating some food. I'm cooking. It just depends. But like, if I would have known, like, just shout out to anybody that's still working offshore. If I'd have known land work was this fucking easy, I would have done it a long time ago. But
I'm gonna see how this progresses over the next couple of years, and if it holds well, I'm gonna see what, because like my job's too easy, man.
yeah, until it's not.
Until it's not. No, shipyard's a bitch, right? I'm at shipyard right now in Amelia, and it's fucking gay. Fuck, it's hot.
It's hot. Dude.
It's hot, dude.
So they got us. So normally we're based out of Shreveport. We work in that Shreveport area. So I'm really not that far from home.
What is that, precision? No,
What do you mean?
precision drilling.
Oh fuck no! I work for I do wireline for a frac crew. But so
I don't know what that is. I just had to agree with you. Like, oh, okay.
yeah, terrible oil field knowledge. No, so basically we just play with explosives all day, go down hole, and we shoot the holes in the casing.
The
Yeah.
what's it called? The sediment, the fine shit. What's it called?
No, I don't fuck with none of that. We literally just make guns up, go in the well, perforate the casing, and then frack. They pump and they frack through the holes that we make.
I thought they pumped some shit into it to expand it, like that fucking silicon.
Oh, that's frack, yeah. So
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
frack side of it, they'll
Yeah.
pump, they're basically just pumping water and chemicals and sand into the hole, and it just like
Shit, yeah.
fractures the
Shout out
the,
EPA.
formation.
Yeah.
Fuck the EPA.
Fuck,
But,
fuck these tectonic plates.
But normally we're working in Shreveport area and all that stuff,
Hell yeah.
But because of the company that we're dedicated to, like our crew's dedicated to a certain company, and they merged with another company, so like they're in that awkward limbo right now, so they're only running one crew. And luckily, we're the crew that isn't doing the work, so they shipped us to fucking West Texas, where it's
Midland,
hotter.
Odessa.
Well, yeah, like we're about an hour away from Midland, like in Big Lake, Texas, where there's fucking nothing.
Desert.
Yeah, there's not even a lake in Big Lake. It's
I think
pretty stupid.
that's when like mesquite trees stop growing.
Dude, it is hotter than a legless firewalker's ass out there. It is
Fire.
stupid.
That's what he said earlier. Fire. What's a firewalker?
You walk on fucking fire.
Oh, those guys.
Like
those
the-
guys-
the-
those
the-
guys.
the stones and shit.
Yeah. That's some.
So,
okay.
this last job, man, they had the frac pumps all lined up. This way it's like 20 pumps, and where we had to lay down our guns and everything is right here. And the wind was blowing from the pumps to us. It was like I was standing in an oven, dude. I was just like looking around, like 7 years and not doing this shit. And here the fuck I am. Yay!
So you're driving your personal truck over there?
No, we driving a crew truck.
Cool. Okay, but that's still like a fucking 14-hour drive, right?
No, it's like
10. I got
from our yard to where we're working at, it's like
oh, because you said that's based out of
8 hours, maybe,
like
something
North
like that.
Louisiana over that way.
Yeah. So we go from Shreveport to
Okay.
Big Lake.
Yeah, but I have family in Big Spring, Texas.
Big Spring.
Yeah.
That's not that far from here.
Yeah.
So
Well, from here where we used to travel, we would go up to Shreveport on 49, then take 20 all the way, and it took us fucking 10 hours to do that.
yeah, it's a long damn drive. You
That's a
cut through.
fucking long
Yeah.
goddamn drive.
But good times. Fucking love it.
Well, we're closing in.
We're closing in.
Yeah. Jeff, can you give us your handles and your Facebook page and where someone, if they want to contact you about setting up your axe throwing trailer
Yeah.
business?
So look us up on Facebook. It's called Go Axe Throwing. It's GEAUX. Throwing without the G, because we got to keep it fucking Cajun. But then you just message us on there or shoot a phone call or a text message to 337-301-1192, and we can set you up. I mean, we can go over prices. I mean, honest, full transparency. Right now, I'm running a little summer special, so you book 2 hours, you get the third hour free. Also, another little special on top of that, I'm only doing everything for $150 for the first hour, and then every hour after that, it's only $75 an hour. So we're in competition, like in terms of price with, the fun jumps, inflatables, and stuff like that. Because the whole goal of it is for people to have fun. I'm not trying to get rich
Yeah, but
doing this shit.
is like sharp objects. You get to throw something sharp at a
Yeah,
piece of
yeah.
wood.
You get a coach. Like we'll be on the trailer with you the entire time, showing everybody how to throw until you're comfortable, and then we'll just let you do your thing. And then we can pull up at your house for a birthday, gender reveal. We can do,
Divorce parties.
like balloon, divorce parties, wedding parties. I mean, it just for the hell of it, just to have a good time. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm in the having fun business, so that's what I just want everybody to do is just have a good time and do something different. Throw sharp shit at things.
That's right, man. That's fucking dope. I'm so glad that you're doing that because that's like the most interesting shit I've come across in a very long time.
It really is.
Yeah,
That's
pretty,
fun.
That's pretty fucking cool, man. Go axe throwing. Do something with your life.
Yeah.
So at the end of each show, we do words of wisdom. It can be whatever, but it's like encouragement words for someone out there that might be listening.
Do we have music this week?
No, we do not.
Fuck. I dropped the ball on that one. All
Hey,
right.
we can't. I mean, we've had consistent music for fucking hundreds of episodes, so it'd be all right.
Yeah.
One every now and again would be fine.
Hell yeah. Yeah, change up the script a little bit. But yeah, words of wisdom. I'll go ahead. Do your part of your, due diligence. Everybody's got to make a sacrifice, whether it's great or little. There's nothing that comes easy with, having a good fortune anymore, unless you're a fucking hedge fund baby, which fuck you if you are. Yeah, so sacrifice is just part of the lifestyle. You have to give up a lot to gain just a little bit, and be grateful for what you got because of that.
Jeff, or you want me to
Don't
go?
put me on the spot. You want me to go second?
Like super deep.
You can go second or you can go last.
It don't have to be super serious. You can be like, hey, dude, wear condoms. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
No, go for it.
My words of wisdom is to grow more plants and to talk to your plants, become more with nature, because it's easy to get stuck inside technology, even though we're doing a lot of stuff with technology now. But go outside, touch some plants, get some fresh air, get vitamin D from the sun. My words of wisdom.
Yeah. I could touch on a lot of things right here, but I'm not gonna do it. No, just
It sounded kind of sexual.
man, just be a good fucking person.
yeah.
Just be a good person. Like, you don't know what kind of battles people are facing. It doesn't matter how happy they seem. Everybody's got their demons that they face every day, whether it's, obvious what they're dealing with or not. But, just have fun, be nice, smile, cook good food, and throw some fucking axes.
That's right, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Go axe throwing. So, yeah, Jeff, thank you for coming through, man. This has
Yeah,
been
thanks for having me,
Yeah,
man.
this is great, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we'll try another bar. Since we're trying out Xander's this time, we might try out Uncle Tiki's or something, or go up to the barrio.
And coming soon, the Third Coast Podcast Studio at Fed Devoid
At
will
Fed
be
Devoid.
developed. Put some work in out there this afternoon. Well, no, this morning.
Yeah, we're gonna go check it out.
But
Get your tickets, Fête du Void, FêteDuVoid.com.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Iceman Special has links through all their major pages too.
you can click on the. Make sure to check out Third Coast Podcast on 5000ws.thirdcoastpodcast.com, and we have a direct link on our upcoming events on our main page for that. It will be on there leading up to the event, so y'all can go to the website, click on that, and it'll bring you right to where you need to be to get tickets.
Yep, tickets going fast. It'll be October 3rd through 5th this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, too, even though we don't have Music of the Week, you can go to our TCP playlist and jam hundreds of different artists that we have featured from all around the globe
Different
in
genres.
one spot.
Different genres, everything from country to metal to hip hop.
And we got opera, too.
Opera.
We got all types of shit.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Well, I just want to tell you guys, man, congrats on getting this started.
Thank you, man.
Being from a small town, man, it's super hard to get people to follow you, dude. Like, you know, and y'all are doing it. It doesn't matter if you get 2 listeners this week or you get 200 listeners or whatever it is, 20,000. Just the consistency is going to get y'all there. And, like Cody Johnson said, talking about music.
Yep.
If you got a dream, chase it, because a dream won't chase you back.
That's right.
Yep.
With having a closed net community, it's like the people who are all the backbone and involved with where we are right now with the Void, people we grew up with, and so we're big fans and big proponents of what they do, and we support them in turn. They support us, and so we're pushing back at each other like, hey, good job, good for you, do more, do this, ideas left and right, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so we're all feeding off each other. So it's something like with you now, you're part of the Third Coast family. And so we're gonna push you and push what you're doing to not only help you out, but just like give you the recognition that you deserve as a business owner.
Right? Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, I'm a firm believer in pushing everybody to be their best self, right?
I just like pushing people,
Yeah,
Just
just fucking shove them, and
shove
then you
the
get beat
fuck
up.
Yeah.
No, but like, there's plenty to go around, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. There's enough for everybody out there. Competition's a great thing, and just supporting local, it just kind of keeps the community going, growing.
Amen, man. That's fucking awesome. Again, thank you. Big shout out to the Fête du Void. Shout out to the Iceman boys. Shout out to the whole committee. Thank you, Joe. I'm Koba. Cheers.
I'm Joe. What it do, Gators? And thank you again, Jeff. And we are out.
Peace.
Check us out.